subject?
Julius Caesar.
It's Julius Caesar.
It's my son hunting thing.
You all watch already lah.
Haven't yet.
Wow, okay.
It's the
Okay,
mark.
look around lah. Have you found your partner?
Yeah, basically just short and short.
Okay, I'm going to pass cubes down. Every partner should get one green and one orange cube. We have 29 in this class, so that means to say there will be one group with 3 people. There will be one group with 3 people. Okay, so I'll pass the cubes down in your pairs. Okay, I'd like you to find, now make sure that you have one orange and one green cube. Okay, we're going to do a little practice this morning.
Is that solid or is it? Don't throw it. Don't throw it. It's solid.
Yeah, it's solid.
That's like those like sponge thing. That's like those sponge thing. I have
What subject is this? Oh, that's LA. Get out. Hey, get out. Let me born you. Hey, did you come? I don't know. Waste off. Okay, come. Can I see the pairs? Okay, if you are a partner, can you move your chair to the person?
one green one.
Okay, I'm missing a green one. Hey, one pair. How is it possible?
Wait, Xavier, who you partnering with?
Orange. Okay, I have one more pair of dice.
Yesterday, right, I went to South Korea at the squash court. There's so many people.
Oh, you found a group?
Hey, are you smart? Yeah, I got it. Okay.
It's a die.
Okay, everyone as a group. Right, check that you have one orange, one green. Okay, now I'd like you in your groups to look at your dice. You observe that there are monoatomic ions and there are polyatomic ions. Okay, can you see? Okay, for your orange cube, how many polyatomic ions are there?
This is poly.
You look at your orange cube. How many polyatomic ions are there? Polyatomic means the ion is made up of more than one atom. We give a quick count. How many polyatomic ions are there on the orange cube? Identified? Alright, you tell me which are the polyatomic ions. These are the new fellas we're going to play with from today onwards. Okay? Sion? Give me one polyatomic ion from the orange cube. And everyone will check if we have it. Polyatomic means more than one atom comprising of the ion.
Oh, I think they 3D printed.
Sulfur.
It looks like 3D printing.
Sulfide ion. So what's the formula of sulfide ion? Sulfate. So it's S O. Okay, so for 2 minus, okay? So this is a sulfate ion. Okay, everyone has a sulfate ion? Yeah, there is a polyatomic ion. This is something new we're going to work with. Okay, another polyatomic ion for me. Show me. Is there any more? Sorry? Okay, look at your textbook. So, on your textbook, there's a table of polyatomic ions on page 88. On page 88, you'll find all the polyatomic ions. Yeah? Phosphate ion. Okay, so it's called a phosphate ion. What's the formula? E O polyatomic ions on your orange cube? I think there's one more. Xiongchi and Henry's group. OH. Okay. OH what? Minus. What's this ion called? Look at page 88. Okay, look on page 88. Everyone try. OH minus ion. What ion is this called? Hydroxide ion. Okay, great. So we found the ions for the orange cube. Do we have any polyatomic ions on the green cube? Green cube. Okay, can you spot any polyatomic ions on the green cube? Ready? You know what it's called? Yeah, take time to look in your textbook. Okay. Jan? Ammonium ion, okay. Ammonium. And what's the chemical formula? Thank you. NH4 plus. Oops. 4 plus. Okay, any other polyatomic ion? I think that's it, right? Okay, so that's all the polyatomic ions we will work with today. Okay, you also find that there are other ions present. They are monoatomic ones, those that you've seen before. Okay, for this morning's activity, we're going to play a quick game of bingo. Okay. So everyone, you will take one sheet of paper.
These are 3D print.
Yeah.
I just found out.
What do you think it was from? No. Oh, that's the show it off later. You should show all the sides so the camera can see.
Okay, sorry, I just realized you tear it in half. So each group get one piece of paper. Each group get one piece of paper. Okay? You will find that there are two bingo sheets. Okay, within your groups, I'll let you tear your bingo sheet into half. Each group should get one.
And then pass it along. Pick one first.
Okay, can pass the remainder.
How is the brand?
Jaden, do you have extra? Yes.
I don't know.
Okay,
Done.
once you've got
I
your
showed
bingo
all the
sheet,
sides.
I'll let you tear it in half. Everyone should get one grid of bingo. Okay, so we'll play a quick game of bingo to just get used to the... Yeah,
The
what?
register number.
What? Hello? One person get one grid. Okay, one person get one grid.
One man tell me all the answers. Teacher, where did you get this from?
We printed it.
From where?
Nicole, you got a grid? Nicole, you got a grid?
Teacher, why is the weird stuff inside?
We couldn't dig it out. Okay, listen up, listen. Okay, listen. We're going to practice naming the chemicals, the ionic compounds that you're about to find. So this is what we're going to do next. In your pairs, you're going to compete. Every person in the pair will get a turn to play. You will roll the dice, and if you see, for example, let's say Valentina and Nicole over here, they compete against each other. Valentina rolls the dice one time, and then she sees MgPO, PO4 3 minus. She has to find that particular ionic compound on her bingo sheet. If she finds it, she can take it. Right? Then Nicole will then play next. She will roll the dice next. Then she will look at what the chemical formula of the ions are. From there, she will find the ionic compound within her grid. The first person in the pair to find ionic compounds that can form one line, it can either be diagonal, vertical, or horizontal. It needs to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They need to have 5 in a row to be the winner. Okay? So the first one in the pair to win and get 5 in a row, you will be the winner. Right? So in this game, we are going to practice naming our ionic compounds, the chemical formula. Okay? Alright. So in the next few minutes, we're going to practice this first. In the next stage, we are going to go and start writing out our chemical formulas. Okay? So your pairs take turns. We're going to play this game now. We're going to go around to have a look at how you name your ionic compounds. Okay, you may begin.
Wait, teacher.
Yes.
Both person, like one person roll at once, right? Then can your opponent take also?
The opponent cannot take.
What is this? Your opponent?
Like she got magnesium hydroxide, can I take magnesium hydroxide?
You cannot.
You don't have?
Yeah.
Is it both dice together?
Yes, roll both dice together. So you will name the ionic compound based on what you observe.
Oxide.
So for example, you roll one for me. Oh,
Do you have ammonium oxide?
I don't know.
the person who rolled first. So what do you name this compound? Okay, aluminium nitride. Do you find aluminium nitride? No. No, maybe. Oh, if you don't have, that means this is not your day. Okay, you don't have it. Okay, but that's good, huh? So it is called aluminium nitride. Okay, so we practice the naming convention here. Yeah? Okay, good job. Yes. So some of them are polyatomic ions, some are magnesium chloride, all of them are ionic compounds. All of them here are ionic compounds. It's just that some of them are made up of polyatomic. For example, iron sulfate. So what will iron sulfate look like? It will look like
Potassium oxide.
US iron.
Okay.
This iron
But mine is all different.
and sulfate.
This is
This one iron sulfate. So everything here will be ionic.
Oh my god, eh.
They're not phosphate. They were K. Potassium. I haven't tried it myself. Look at that. You know
That's potassium.
that's phosphate. Boy, that's boy. Iron.
Phosphate iron.
Oh, iron.
Iron phosphate.
It's over here. If you get aluminium nitride,
Sorry, Xavier.
Oh shit.
Magnesium hydroxide.
so all of these are ionic compounds based on.
I have a lot of phosphate, but not that.
Oh.
Yes, okay, that's what you call it. Jaden, what do you want to call it?
Iron phosphate.
Oh, okay. So which one is hydroxide? Which one? Yes. So if you had gotten this, right, this is zinc hydroxide.
Ammonium aluminium.
Hydroxide. This is aluminium. This is hydroxide. But the second is
Aluminium hydroxide.
Yeah, it's not wrong. So this is your particular bingo sheet.
Iron hydroxide. Magnesium hydroxide. Ammonium iron.
Iron, ammonia.
I don't think so.
Or ammonia. Okay.
Magnesium chloride. What is that NN? What is that N? Zinc sulfate. Now it's zinc sulfate.
I don't like. It says phosphate. Ammonium.
Ammonium phosphate. Zinc. This is zinc oxide. This is zinc oxide.
What? Unfair, sir.
But it's not one proper one.
Zinc.
It's magnesium one.
Magnesium, phosphate. Oh, one more.
What's this? Zinc hydroxide.
Oh, I know.
Oh my god, I need magnesium nitride.
It doesn't count. No, it doesn't count. You need like actually phosphate. That's not iron, that's potassium. Potassium.
What the hell is that?
Phosphate.
What's this? What's MEPO?
Which one?
Phosphate sulfate. Iron phosphate. Oh, I really love it.
Sulfate.
Okay, anyone hit bingo yet? Yes. Oh, no. Ionic phosphate is made up of
Aluminium. What the atomic ion is?
by itself, right? This ion is made of
Oh, you're
Oh, I got
So
it.
there's a special group of ions. They are made up of many
sulfate.
but the ones we learned so far, right, is like Li plus, right? Then Di plus, right? Then over here, N3 minus, O2 minus, right? These are all mono atoms, right? But it's a group of ions that you can put several atoms together. Okay, that is, we don't know why ions, I don't know why, but at the moment, we know
What's
these are
FNM? Iron fluoride.
Yes.
So should you know that now it's not union. What do you mean this ion? Ionic compound. I got you 5%. Okay, then I'll go for you. Okay, then what do you call this? Okay, what do you call this?
Magnesium oxide.
Yeah.
So what is iron? Nitride. Okay, more specifically there's a 3 here. So it's iron.
This one got aluminum oxide.
Okay, you point to me where's this ionic compound here?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, okay, but you notice there's a 3 here. So we
Fluoride.
call it iron 3.
Potassium fluoride.
The 3 stands, you want me to guess?
Well,
there's only one of the ions. You see it's 3 plus 3 minus, right? So it reverse the part. Can I see, right?
Iron.
Oh, iron sulfate.
Oh my god.
I need magnesium, that's for sure. I just need magnesium something. Ammonium chloride. Yes. Oh! Ammonium nitrate. What's this?
You think of somehow. This is phosphate. What's this?
Iron. What's any acid?
Iron nitride.
Oh, iron nitrate.
Oh shit.
What is my luck?
Hydroxide.
Iron.
Oh, you cheated.
Where is zinc what? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is my luck, right? I like get everything on the website.
What do you need?
I need this,
Oh.
this.
Okay, you sure? Can you try? Alright, what do you call this?
Aluminum oxide.
Yep, aluminium oxide. Your turn. Okay, this is called? Yeah, sulfate. Okay. So once we get the hang of it, actually naming gets quite easy. Hey, could I see you name?
Oxide of potassium.
I will for you. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hey, Charlie, go bingo!
Zinc oxide.
Magnesium chloride. Okay. What do you call? Hold on, magnesium nitrate.
What's this?
What do you call this?
Oh, bingo.
You don't have, right?
Congrats,
Okay, so
Wazin.
one thing I'll let you try is iron. Three. So the three. How young you win? Josh won. Okay, then shake his hand. Good job. Okay, no, cannot shake hand. Just say good job to him.
This time.
Okay, congratulations.
Yeah, Xavier, congrats.
Let's continue. I think I feel like first.
Yeah, continue.
Yeah, let's continue.
I go up like that.
What? What's this? You can find it now. Iron was it?
Iron.
Okay, your turn. I don't mind.
Says potassium.
Okay, Xavier. Okay, pass me. Bye. Hurry up.
Aluminum nitride.
This.
Magnesium oxide.
So, actually, it's important to say the
What was this? Ammonium.
Oh, you find it out. Find it. You can find it out. You can find it out. You cannot really go back. Jaden found it? Okay, look carefully on the right row, column. Look at the right column. Caleb, can you find it?
Are you all done with? Yeah, Right, let's continue. Fair enough, fair enough.
I already have. I'm going to.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
I'm thinking of
Sorry?
What?
You find it. You can find it on
Ammonium oxide.
aluminum chloride. Not a dairy game.
Sorry, show me the. Oh yeah, it's phosphate. Yeah. Okay. Can I get a show of hands who has gotten bingo?
I got
Right. So
three.
within each group, somebody has already won. Wow, 2 bingos already. Okay, thank you. Please put your hands
Wow, I
down.
got three bingo.
Okay, can everyone pause a while?
Wait, what's this?
We're going to talk a little bit about what we've done so far. Everyone pause a while. Okay, can I get your attention? Okay, I hope the experience gave you the opportunity to name a lot of ionic compounds. Okay, but once you got the gist and flow of it, naming gets easier, which is what you will experience as the years go by. Hey, change specs. Looks good. Okay, so as the years go by, you'll keep seeing these ions. It will get really, really easy after a while. Okay, as you play the dice, in fact, you notice it gets easier. Just want to point out one thing. When you name iron, a lot of you saw this particular ion, Fe3+, right? Okay. When we write it out in name form, right, you will write it as iron 3 or whatever. Okay, let's say maybe it's hydroxide. It is important for you to say the 3. Right? Just now as I was going around, many of us say iron hydroxide. But we do need to say iron 3 hydroxide because there's another version of this ion, which is the iron 2 ion. Isabel asked an interesting question. Why don't we need to say magnesium 2 hydroxide? Right? Why don't we say magnesium 2 hydroxide? We don't need to say because there's only one version of this ion. There's only magnesium ion, which is 2+. There's only one version of it. But for iron, there's Fe2+, and then there's Fe3+. So we don't need to indicate which one is which. Other than that, I'm very pleased with how you go about naming your ionic compounds. It is a skill to pick up, one that is easier to pick up when you try and do, rather than I teach you. Okay? So that's the first phase. The second phase, I would like you to then write out the chemical name and chemical formula of the compounds that you are going to encounter when you're rolling the dice. Okay, this one, you will work in your groups. You will work together to complete it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, for this particular task, you will work in your groups together to complete.
That's not your reason.
What iron? What's the one? What's down now?
Does anyone not have a worksheet? Each person take one this time. Okay, each person will take one. Okay, this is what we will do now. Okay, listen. Okay, everyone listen. Okay, you look at your worksheet. This is what we will do. When you roll both dice, if you encounter 2 ions that are monoatomic, I expect you to write out the simple electronic configuration as well as the dot and cross diagram. But if you encounter polyatomic ions, you do not need to do the dot and cross in the simple electronic configuration. We are not going to teach you how to do this. If you like to learn how, you can go online and learn. But that's not required at our level. You're only required to know how to do it for monoatomic ions. So if you encounter polyatomic ions, all you have to do is to put down the chemical name as well as the chemical formula. Alright? Without the help of the bingo sheet. Okay, so the next stage we're going into is to learn how to name it by ourselves. Just now the bingo teaches you how to name it, but now you name it yourself. Alright, as well as write the chemical formula out. Okay, so now in your groups, one person can roll, and then as a group, you will try to write down the chemical name, formula, and fill in the blanks. Okay, let's spend the remaining time practicing that.
What the defendant
Yes. Are there any extra worksheets going around? Yeah, then we never teach how to write the electronic, so it's fine. Oh, what do you do? Okay, so we didn't teach you past 4 shells, right? So 4 shells, the arrangement has to change really. It's not straightforward. Oh, PH is long time ago. F is a modern day. Yeah? Hey, sorry, I cannot find anyone.
No! Stop it, Xavier, stop it. No.
Wait, this is what? Ammonia, phosphate.
Question? Yeah, come to you. Okay. So the chemical formula should follow something like this. If it's any plus zero minus right? Don't need already. So what will we call it? OH. But how many OH do you need to balance out? Yeah, 2. So you try right here. So how we write it is bracket, OH, close bracket, 2 at the bottom. This is how we see. Yeah.
Wait, Xavier, for these, like the singular ones, you going to put it And this and that.
Yeah.
그래도 실버야.
Genau.
Yeah. So how do we write that? Right, and we write the 2 and the 3 as a subscript. Bottom right hand corner. Yeah. Okay, can I see how you write the other one? Yeah, correct. Yeah. Okay, is it your recess now? Alright. Okay, so it's recess time. We will practice some more next lesson. Oh, you can keep the cube as souvenir. No, please return back all the cubes.
Thank you so much.
We made the mistake of printing the cubes. Like, you know, they're not hollow. It's like one whole solid block of plastic.
Yeah, you waste.
You're wasted, right? Yeah, so it's a big waste.
And you made the dice too big already. When you roll it, right, it's very hard to roll.
Is it? Okay, so smaller is better. Yeah, I'll take note next time. Okay, I'd like to connect your cubes back. Sure. Oh my god, you went out the window. Okay, please pass your cubes to the front. You can prepare for recess time.